You like the movies?
I don't know. I mean, why do we always have to see the kind of movies you want to see?
What is wrong with action movies?
Well, would it hurt you to see a romantic comedy? That's all I'm saying. Hey! Somebody stop that guy!
Think 10 years back, just pause, 10 years back, not even 10, 5. This wasn't possible. This wasn't possible because the platform wasn't there. This wasn't possible because advertisers weren't there. This simply wasn't possible. The audience wasn't there. And now it is. And it's happening, and it's growing incredibly rapidly. I'm speaking of speed. What happened in 30 years on cable happens in 10 years with broadband, happens in 5 years in online video. The speed at which we're running is incredible. And when I say we, I don't mean just Google, I don't mean just YouTube, I mean everyone in the internet space, and I mean especially everyone in the online video space. The speed is just tremendous, and we're all just powered by the delight of our consumers. Take a look at this chart. Amazing. These are not our stats, industry statistics. Within just a few years, online video will be responsible for 90% of all internet traffic. 90%. Just think about that. Just think about what it powers. It's unbelievable. When I talk about online video, I'm not talking about computers alone. I'm talking about smart TVs. All of you here at CES are seeing the wonderful products that Samsung, LG, Sony, Toshiba, all of those friends in our space are creating, and they're making their TVs just so wonderful, so smart, interacting with our services and a lot more new content. 500 million of those will be shipped by 2015. 500 million. Think about that. Mobile devices, again, all of you have them right here on you. Over 700 million mobile devices will be enabled, activated and enabled, so not just sold but activated by the end of this year. An unbelievable number. All of them connected to the internet, all of them capable of displaying online video. One fun statistic, there are more Android activation every single day than babies born on Earth. Andy Rubin, who runs our mobile business, is incredibly delighted, and he's looking at other planets to find customers because he's running out. It's just mind-boggling what's happening in mobile. It's unbelievable. Our own usage is just surpassing all of our expectations, and we constantly have to reforecast, unfortunately. Why am I talking about mobile? Not just the speed. The speed is amazing, the connectivity is amazing, but there are also very close parallels in what's happening in the App Store and what we believe will happen in the online video space. The App Store has hundreds of thousands of apps, hundreds of thousands of brands, existing and new, allowing us all interact and do a lot of different fun things. On the average, and you can all look in your pockets and look at your phones, you probably have somewhere between 30 to 50 applications installed on your phone. And those are the ones that you interact with. Now think about your TV consumption habits. There are hundreds of channels, in some places 1,000. You roughly, on the average, interact with about 20 of those. So the interaction with a number of brands, number of content aggregators, content provided to you, is going up on an open platform. 40 apps, unbelievable. What apps also have in common with video is that they are incredibly, incredibly delightful. And apps are mashable, they can be shared, they're immersive, they're instant, and they're on all the time. And when you think about all of these words over here on the screen, all of those words, you can just swap out the phone for online video, and it's exactly the same thing. The human creativity that unleashed hundreds of thousands of apps is the same human creativity that will unleash hundreds of thousands of new pieces of content organized into wonderful channels, such as the yoga example that I mentioned, such as Michelle Phan's channel, that will delight users worldwide. Now, 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, when Steve Jobs announced the creation of the App Store, John Doerr, famous venture capitalist, stood on stage with him and announced the creation of the iFund, which meant to spur the creativity of the app developer world, and it absolutely has succeeded. It's done incredible things. And when you think about what Google and YouTube have done over the last 12 months, we've done exactly the same thing. Our developers are not software engineers. Our developers are Hollywood stars, are online stars, regular folks like you and I. We've catalyzed the community to come and create around a lot of interesting topics, a lot of interesting niches that can delight users worldwide. And it's an incredibly exciting thing, and we're only getting started. Now, we haven't just worked on content. We also started to look at the way users interact with YouTube and started to think about the organizing principles that we can introduce that will help them follow and subscribe to all of these wonderful new channels that are being created. And as you might have seen in our redesign of the YouTube product that was launched in December, we've done a pretty great job. Our entire engineering organization and product organization is just getting started on all the wonderful changes that they will bring to our users on TVs, tablets, phones, PCs, any device that has a screen and internet connectivity. We're only getting started, but we're incredibly serious about the organizing principles that can further delight our viewers worldwide. I remember Michelle. She's one of the faces of YouTube. She's one of the faces of Lancome. She's one of the faces of what's happening in the internet video. She took her passion and just propelled herself into stardom and into an incredible following of many users that are delighted by her work every single day. Now, would this be possible 5 years ago? Absolutely not. 5 years ago, there was no Netflix streaming. 5 years ago, there was no Hulu streaming. 5 years ago, there was no March Madness on the internet. Life was pretty boring. Today, Netflix streams over 2 billion hours per quarter, an unbelievable number. Hulu has more than 30 million uniques on their property, an unbelievable number. And CBS, growing 60% year over year in their usage of March Madness online, had 50 million viewers on it just last year. I mean, just pause, think 5 years. Where were you 5 years ago? What were you doing if you were not doing this? And then, of course, there's a little-known property called YouTube, with just 800 million users showing up on a monthly basis and consuming more than 3 billion hours per month. 3 billion. That's a lot. It essentially means 30 minutes for every human on Earth, which is a lot. And they are just getting started, just like we are. So we invite you, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a content aggregator, whether you're a brand builder, but most importantly, if you're a viewer, to come and join us and play in online video, because it's not happening tomorrow, it's happening today. And if you want to innovate, and if you want to have fun, and if you want to build a really robust business, the time to join us is now. Come and play. Thank you. Now, to give you a little teaser on what's coming on YouTube in 2012, I'll play a little video, and you can see some of the wonderful creators who are coming to join us already, and they have come and joined us. Here we go.
Hi there, I'm Stan Lee.
Ben Silverman.
Rainn Wilson.
Felicia Day here.
What's up, it's Pharrell.
I'm Deepak Chopra.
I'm Anthony Zucker.
Hi, I'm Brooke Burke-Charvet.
Baron Davis. We're going to have this awesome channel. We want it to be thought-provoking, creative.
From comics to board games to video games.
Horror and thriller and sci-fi.
Your favorite sports figures.
For health and well-being, love, relationship.
Scripted comedy and reality. The Tween Clubhouse on YouTube. YouTube is the place where people already go.
With their hundreds and millions of viewers.
And they're able to reach this massive audience worldwide.
You've got a base right there that they can write their comments, they can engage with the video.
There's something wonderful about instantly have people give you feedback.
And it's going to distinguish YouTube from all the other platforms.
So incredibly far-reaching, instantaneous.
It goes to your phone, it goes to your office, it goes to your laptop, it goes to your home computer. The days of linear media are changing and changing fast.
The immediacy of being able to have an idea or identifying a piece of talent and just try it.
This is a platform for artistry.
Creativity.
Fresh, cool, and hip stuff.
Just thinking differently.
Unfiltered.
A spark of imagination that can be blown up into a mass hit.
It's a call for those who want to be at the forefront of what's going on next.
This is only the beginning of something really, really special.
It's wonderful, and we're truly blessed that all of these folks choose to work with us and create for us. So now, let me spend the rest of the time by inviting a few of those folks on stage and tell you about their experiences with the tailwinds of online video. We close the video with Anthony Zucker. For those of you who may not know him, he's the creator of all of the CSI franchises, one of the biggest Hollywood producers there is. And Anthony created, obviously, the first franchise, CSI franchise in Las Vegas. So we figured if nobody can bring him back, it must be YouTube back to Vegas. So Anthony, creator of CSI, Michael Casson, CEO of MediaLink, Alan Debevoise, CEO of Machinima, one of the largest channels on YouTube, Rob Norman of Group M, to talk about what it means to advertisers and all of the brands, Lucas Watson, who has to make sure inside Google that all of this gets paid for, and Peter DeLuca from T-Mobile. This is a great group of folks, all of whom play an enormous role in what we all do and allow all the innovation and creativity and delight happen. Thank you. Take it away, Michael.
Thank you, Robert. And speaking about passion, I think it came clear from what you just heard and saw that Robert, at the head of this, is passionate about what's happening at YouTube, but passionate really about a revolution. And it's not happening in an evolutionary way, it's happening in a revolutionary way. So it's exciting to be part of this movement and be part of this moment. So when I was thinking about this morning and getting ready to chat with some of the brightest and most important people in the industry, I did what you do when you prepare for something like this. I went online, I went on Google, I took a look, and I found USA Today, it sent me there, talking about YouTube redefining TV with a $100 million plan. So thinking that we're in Las Vegas, I thought we would take a shot, put $100 million on the hard 8 and see what happens. So, I don't know. Plays 8 to 1. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So 8 to 1, speaking of that, Anthony, I'd love to start with you. Sure. I told you backstage, you changed my life because my wife became addicted to 10 o'clock, and it's all your fault. So, you know, on a personal level, we have to have a conversation about it. But all kidding aside, you did create, if not the most successful, certainly one of the most successful franchises in the history of entertainment, not just television, but in the history of entertainment, and really changed the face of entertainment. And here you are, as Robert said, back in Las Vegas, and you know, announcing something that's very exciting. When we chatted, we talked about democratization and other things, but I guess at the base of it, why? I mean, you've apparently made a few shekels along the way, and here you are back in Las Vegas at the dawn of a new era.